less successful leaders, that we have a tendency to be isolated. We're kind of at the top of our own individual mountain.
Where do these CEOs have to go to share their thoughts and concerns and even joys in life with people who have a similar background and similar frame of reference as they do? And the answer is, unless you have something like a forum or just happen to have a group of friends like that, there is no place to go. And you know, it's maybe a trite phrase that it's lonely at the top, but in fact it is.
If you can fellowship with like-minded men, that God will use relationships to create a multiplying effect, that operating on your own, independently, isolated, can be very lonely and you don't have that support.
Every guy that is hard driving, moving fast, eventually needs to be grounded, you know. They need a safe harbor, they need a place to land, and that's what Pinnacle Forum is. That's what it does in my life, at least. And when I have that time with these guys that I trust, that I'm vulnerable with, it's my safe harbor. I know that I can speak freely, and I don't have to edit my thoughts, and that's pretty safe, that's pretty comforting. And there's few things like that in life. It just brings your spirit up.
Who cares what church you go to, where you are, what your affiliation is, but we're all in business. And we're all doing business things together. We face common problems and things, and it'd be a great thing to have a community of people that hung out with each other, who liked one another, who fellowshiped with each other, and understood each other's problems, you know, help solve a lot of the issues. And that's why I love Pinnacle.
Story is so important, because we are all stories.
You know, there's a psychological truth that vulnerability begets vulnerability.
And he told his story, you know, which was just absolutely amazing. And it was one that allowed us to get to know him on a very different level. He opened himself up, and it was very impactful for all of us.
We do share our stories, more authenticity. Who I am is who God made me. Who I am is not what I do. Who I am is not what I own. Who I am is not what others think of me. In my head, I knew that I'm not what I do, but my heart didn't really connect with that for many years as a business guy.
And what's the saying they talk about in Las Vegas? Whatever happens here stays here. Well, whatever happens in our room stays in that room.
Forum is an opportunity for men to be really real with one another. It's a place where they feel safe.
I love these men and trust them completely, and it allows me to be vulnerable. It allows me to say things in a penalty-free conversation where I know they're going to stay in that room. Integrity isn't hard to figure out, and being honest and forthright in business, that's pretty, but there's a lot of issues we deal with, you know, and personnel issues and complex social issues today that, you know, where we need each other's counsel of how we best can do things. But I want to do business God's way.
Pinnacle Forum has really helped me come around other like-minded men who really want to be used of the Lord in, you know, each area of their life. And 1,000 partners committed to growing in relationship in forum groups, and then being committed to think about our culture, engaging the culture in a way that, you know, would bring the values of Jesus. Just imagine the impact, you know, that potentially, as one of my friends shared maybe on the cover, the Pacific Northwest, God's new country.
You're going to learn some things that are going to help you be a more effective leader, that are going to help you be more effective in your business, which in turn can make a greater impact on the Pacific Northwest.
Who is God? Who am I? What am I going to do with the rest of my life?